Hey Battle Buddies and Healthy Heroes, it's a rainy day here at the June event at Alliance LARP, New Hampshire. I met another PC who flew in all the way from California to play our game, which is really cool.
In the mist dumpy places, I think the best course of action is to find your best opportunity for training, so that's where we are. Okay, we're just gonna go for it first, and then you're gonna talk about it?
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
No, I want to go for it first and see how you do it.
Sorry, that almost sounded like a question.
I think I would have taken that off on the forearm. It kind of hit against the hilt and my forearm.
Oh, no, that was such garbage.
It was in between. It would be a
There was so much in there. Hands.
Oh, hand, you pulled that back nice.
Okay.
Ooh, that was almost my face. Good too.
Hand, outside arm. One body.
Hip, hip.
Outside wings.
I took hip. No, it was the side of my head, so I wouldn't take that one. But the hip one came in here. Nice inside cut. Didn't make it. No, it didn't make it, but it was a good sword move. Didn't have the range though. Nice. Did you little plyo feet readjustments? I haven't ever needed to use a plyo readjustment against someone, but it's something I've trained.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Not a lot of people this fast that I've sparred. You would very much get along with my husband. He likes to joke like you do.
Should have dragged him out by his name.
I should have. He's doing the stay-at-home dad thing.
Good, top.
Yeah, I think something came in on gear. I didn't quite feel it. Did you feel contact?
I threw an outside wrap and a direct chop.
Did the outside, did you feel contact on it? Because it might have hit armor.
Something arrested here, but it could have been your sword.
Okay, maybe it was my hilt or something. Not sure about that exchange, but.
You're good. You had good.
Okay. Blocked. Hand.
Good arm.
Oh, that was a good cross lock. Didn't let me get in there when you opened it. Yeah, I opened that. I do aggressive the cross a little too much. Cross. Yeah, a little too much. It leaves this open. You always punish me for it, so. Yeah, because if I'm doing a cross card and I'm too open,
you're doing the cross,
you spin around it.
Where it's going onto the board.
Yeah.
And I have that.
And then you can just get there a lot faster. Yeah. What's the footwork? What's the footwork for that?
For the spin?
Yeah.
It's very simple. It's
cross body.
That's it.
But you do it across your body.
So sword side.
What's up? I got in there. Just barely. Sweet spot. You got a hip on that one though.
Thank you.
Oh. I said Mornstead, right? Is where we're sending Red Eye. Okay. Ooh, good stab. Here we go. Tyrion does that junk to me when we train. Tyrion's like, let me play with your sword for you. Here's where you can go. Moves it around for me.
When I'm main hand short because I have the leverage.
Are you main handing short?
Yeah.
Talk to this guy. He was like, which length do I put in which hand? I was like, always.
What you want to do? I'm hand matching right now because I want the fight on the long to be away from my body. Yeah. But if you want to go here, you can.
I've never even.
Down. You're not really using this anymore.
I use my offhand short. I just have to lunge in, and it's a lot of uppercuts to like get the most out of it.
If someone's fighting sword and board, and you're good enough with your left, this is your same reach tool to get into that pocket on the side.
With a long on your left?
With a long on my left. I'll swap when I'm fighting against the board, when I'm Florentine.
Wow. So you're hand matching right now to protect your body, so you are keeping long matched with long.
Long matched with long.
And you think that gives you better range to protect your body?
So,
because you're shooting,
because further, because here, my body's a lot closer, right? You can go ahead and touch my body. Just place your sword on my body, right? No, you're good.
Thought maybe I'd stab him a few times.
Right, so but like here, it's a lot, you gotta step way past.
I do, yeah, I have to get into it.
So it takes the body out and you're mainly fighting arm to arm.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
So.
Wow.
So what I'll do is I'll step in and I'll screen this. Bat it maybe, and then I'll throw in there with the step.
Okay.
The other thing is for your range closing, you're only closing range when you step. So if I want to dip in on that, I need to step with that same side I want to throw.
Okay.
That's why they always say step when you throw, because you're getting that extra little bit of reach.
Are you then, how aggressive do you feel with your dominant hand with a short?
I can be very if I want. So if I decided that I was going to like full aggro you,
Yeah.
I would probably go to here.
Yeah, go faster.
Step in, cover the legs.
Yeah,
and play
yeah.
to the outsides. And then this kind of gets nulled out because I lose the pivots a lot wider.
You want
here.
to show me full aggro real quick?
Sure.
Ready to go. It feels definitely a little scary. Like I feel like this is doing me no good. Like I wish I had a short in this hand right now.
I have to throw here
because you're
I
that
can't
close.
Throw here.
Yeah, and it's
My
not.
ankle's cut.
This is not charging.
Yeah.
This is just scary.
But it's here to screen,
Yeah.
right?
Because I have to like, and when you're that close, I'm like, oh, excuse me, let me take the mile-long
And then I
trip
have
around
this.
it. Yeah.
But if I'm posted here, you're kind of shut down. You're playing here, mine.
Yeah, this is faster
This
and-
is your angular tool.
This is just you've just
Exactly.
negated the length I have with
Right.
that.
So that's
Interesting.
But then you just- then
other
you
than
just-
that, you don't do much aggression with your offhand.
oh,
With your short when it's in your main hand. That's your main
This
hand.
is my main hand. It depends, because like, there's not a lot of value in boxing. Just getting in here, like,
Yeah.
when you can cleanly do stuff.
I feel like if you are on perimeter control against a bunch of crunchies, like if you're obviously going to win a race and drop somebody fast and move on.
If I have to, I don't like doing it. I would rather just kind of be lazy and let people in their homeland be the heroes of their homeland. But if shit goes really bad and I have to push something, I'll
Then you'll
tighten in,
start
I'll step
boxing.
in, I'll start going. But I also don't like calling really fast, so I want people to be able to process numbers, do math,
Yeah.
take the damage.
Keep up with all the magic and nonsense going around.
Yeah, because they still have to play the game mechanically.
Yeah.
And so I feel rude. I mean, I do that, but like if 15 people are gonna die,
Yeah.
you're in an awkward spot.
Yeah. Tevas time.
Usually, I will call my damage here, pause for a second, and then throw one shot, just as a courtesy so people can do math. But
We fight faster than that here, I think.
yes, yeah. Well, no, people fight faster than elsewhere. I just like my NPCs to have a good time and be able to do
You're so
math.
polite to monsters.
Yeah, and I try and throw around numbers that are easy to do math with.
Yeah. Hand. With. Hip though. Traded. And knee traded. There's a lot of good offhand blocking over here. I took that elbow. That one got in before I blocked it. Ooh, you got
Second one, this one.
it because it was
It's a
machine
2-second
gunning.
delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but I opened myself up twice. That was for a bad follow-up though. I whiffed a lot. Nice. Got my neck in there too much, but you. No, I put myself in there, but then you got on the shoulder clean, or bicep, tricep area. Locked. Hey, did contact? A little bit of garbage.
A little bit.
You don't have to take my garbage if I'm not taking your garbage. You make me punch block really hard. The way you swing in so fast. I'm like, wow. Yeah. It's just a fast punch to block it. I would have taken 2 off of that. I feel like I'm slowing down. Let me stretch out.
But yeah, so if I was here instead,
If you were long on your dominant.
I would be footworking away from that. I would be waiting for you to cross throw.
Which I do too much.
Throwing here.
Yeah.
I'd be screening the outside and moving across the top.
Yeah. You do a lot of do you reverse wrap?
Yeah.
Onto
so I'll
elbows?
throw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that shot.
And then there's a
I can't keep that shot tight for me. I don't know why, but like I've been drilling it and I can't tighten it up enough to get elbows well. Like I just take I'm just like too slow because this is where I.
This roll's perfect though.
But it's just where I open up too much already, right? So I've been starting to try either on my sweeps or it depends, like how big their shield is or if I need to move.
Step,
Do you normally step
hip
with it?
back.
hip back off of it. That's new for me. I've also been drilling
adds to the snap.
Yeah, I've also been drilling more windmill style strikes, and that the only way that started making sense to me was when I started moving my hips more, because I don't really move my hips defensively. And like I said, I don't really wait. I'm like too aggressive, so I'll move my hips to get into something, but moving my hips to pull off of something is counterintuitive for me. But I think no, like the idea. So if I'm cross wrapping, which hip is pulling back? My lead one pulls back on the strike.
Because what it's doing, the sword comes out. Your hip pulling it back, the sword into the body, which creates the pop.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
On the high wrap, when you pull it back, it's that pull back that pops it.
Okay, so I got to get my hips pulled more to get my returns faster for my crossbody stuff, which is very evident in the amount that you've punished up here, right? So I think my crossbodies, if I move more hips for crossbody,
what's happening
hips
there,
back.
when I was here, is you're throwing a cross into a guard.
Yeah.
And then I'm either open here, or because I've blocked, I can just snap across. And that's what, when I see that, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Whether that ends up happening or not is a different story, but that's kind of the conditions that I'm looking for.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're doing a high cross, can you show me how your hips move when you pull that back with a longsword high cross? You come off your hip for that too. That's so wild. Do you ever do like follow-up combos even on backwards hips, or is that harder to?
I'm predominantly in one-shot kill systems.
Yeah.
So I don't often chain because I feel like I get sloppy in the middle of my chain, and that's when I start getting hit.
I get greedy in the middle of mine.
Yeah.
Which is it's probably a euphemism for sloppy. Greedy.
And comboing, usually if I have to combo, it would be like I'd hit on the way out while I'm down here.
Because I've been trying to do, if I'm
stab on the way out.
Okay, if I'm off of hip, I was trying to do like an extra follow with my other arm.
I don't think your body's gonna play with that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna read range super.
Coming out, and so you're losing range.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be hard. I think chaining and comboing is risky inherently because you aren't making range adjustments because you're stacking stuff on top of yourself. So rather than like reading the person, you're like, I don't know, it's just harder to read range when you're comboing too much.
Well, and it depends on your stepping too. Like if I came here and I wanted to finish that, I would go.
Yeah, you would pull in. So that hip would come off, but that
reintroduce range for them
like triangle style lunges, which I do a whole bunch of. Okay, word. That's really good. I think hip mechanics is a place I need to work to tighten up my returns. Then that's good.
Because they add basically every shot mechanic wise. I can do this and hit you, right? But all I'm moving is just my arm. I'm not moving my wrist. I'm not moving my shoulder, my elbow. And every piece of my body I add to that, you know, cranking from the knees, the hips, whatever, can make that shot infinitely faster.
Yeah.
So adding the hips
and tighter on your. Yep.
Tighter. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's very good.
Where it comes is the more parts of your body you can introduce, the smaller portion of the task each individual part of your body has to do.
So you're
the faster it goes overall.
Like you're being more efficient too, so you're not exhausting your arm. So I feel like because like I was saying, I was noticing I had to punch block across so much because you were throwing so many good wrap shots that like my punch blocking started to get a little stiff, a little tired, right? Like so I'm fatiguing myself because I'm punch blocking so much. So if I can do more with my body mechanics to like spread it out over how I'm moving, then I'm not going to fatigue as much.
And some of that's
so cool.
The harsh steps that I'm doing is because I'm anticipating something coming there. And so instead of having to overexpose the arm swap, I'll just change the stance so the block is there.
Off of your body.
And then I don't have to worry about trying to do this.
Or cross-body punch all over the place.
So I'll just use the feet to put the static guard where it
These muscles are way bigger than this muscle, for me at least, so.
For most people.
Yeah, legs.
Right?
Legs have a lot more gas in them, yeah.
And so that's where a lot of that comes from, is it'll set up where I want to be for the next shot. Or if I throw something and I don't like what's happening, I'll step into that guard so I don't have to do this and give you all that juicy arm. So.
All right, I like that. Thank you. It's good training.
Oh no, I just smeared my makeup. Fix that. Oh, made it worse.
I mean, we have 5 cubs, so.
You can nape them. It'll be a train.
They're not quite old enough to fight on their own, so they're not adventuring yet. But.
It's fine, they can line fight.
Nah, so until they're 6 years old and fully grown, they are my responsibility to keep alive. So I'm going to be prioritize survivalist where I'm taking my cubs. Gorb.
Gorb, yeah, that's right. We don't like the other names.
Cheeclax Gorb.
Yeah.
I'm just not anything else.
I'm used to calling them Wilderkin, but I'm a few that don't like that name.
I'm not a Wilderkin, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean no offense. I like to be in prim and proper.
Did you say SAR?
I mean,
That's a translation confusion. Yeah.
But sorry, I need to get back to Mornstead, but I can't look for the day because
He was here last night. This is where he was.
Yeah, well, I heard from the Cotard this is where he didn't. So I came to talk to him because I take care of his ears.
I might have roughed him up a little bit last night. I can't quite remember.
I'm sure you can take care of him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
All right, but if you see him, can you please tell him to come by Camp Farn? I need to talk to him about his aunt.
If I see him, I will try to remember, but I'm not promising. Is all I'm saying.
Don't make him scared or nothing. Anthony's fine. I just need to.
Anthony.
Anthony is his pet aunt.
The name of a pet ant.
Yeah, it's the ant farm. That's where they
Okay,
take
sure.
care of it.
Okay,
But
all
I
right.
need him to come by and just.
When I notice, that's a Cheeclax thing too. If you notice that what your normal reflexes are to keep yourself safe is getting tight or slowing down, then you take a stretch break. Survivalist, let me tell you. That's